I've got a few products here for the budget challenged. Maybe that's a good word. Let's get into it. All right. This video is going to be a quick one, I guarantee that, and it's going to be more or less just a couple little products. I only have 2 of them, and I'm going to show you what they are. Now, I like to go out and find crazy products that are on Amazon just to see if they're any good. This is not going to be a total review of these products like I never really do. I'm just going to showcase them to you. So this is what they are. Go do your own research. It's going to give you just a bit of more information if you're interested. These are kind of fun products. Again, I like doing this with these kind of products that are just completely off the cuff. You know, no one else knows about these things. Just fun for me, maybe for you. So let's get into the video. All right, so the very first thing I want to talk about is, do you miss the days of the old iPods? Remember these things? This is the 30 gigabyte model. I'll show some pictures up close. This is the original Apple iPod, right? They discontinued this thing. I love this thing. This was like, had the little scroll wheel and what have you. Well, that's not exactly what this next thing is going to be, but this next thing is going to be an MP3 player that you can pick up, and these are going to be, let me see here, about 44 bucks. And what these have on them, let me just get in here. These are going to have a whole bunch of different functionality. Now, they're not going to be anything like that one over there that cost a couple $100. This one's going to have no scroll wheel. It's going to have buttons, and it's going to have basic functionality. But it is made out of full metal, and it feels really nice in the hand. This is an MP3 player, obviously, just like the old iPod over here, but not really, but it does the same thing as far as music. So what I like about this is the fact that it's about, like I said, 44 bucks, and it does have a number of different things built into it. So let me just explain. On the screen, obviously, you can see the front screen here. If you go into the menu system, I'll show you the menu. Obviously, number one, this thing lasts a really long time. If you hook up, if you don't go through Bluetooth, it can last like 2 days on battery. If you go through Bluetooth, I think it's like 8 or 9 hours of active time, which is pretty good. That's first thing. Second thing is you can obviously put all your MP3, in here up to 30 gigs. Plus, it has a SD card on one side over here. I think it says up to 128 gigs more you can put on this thing with just a micro SD card or one of those small ones. So that's actually going to fit in here as well. And then it has some other special features, like obviously it has FM radio. So I'll show you that too. So you can go ahead and play FM radio. You can go ahead and kind of move around the dial and get the radio stations. That's kind of cool about this thing as well. It also has ebooks, tools, videos. It's got a recorder. So if you're looking for like a voice recorder, this can do it as well. So overall, it has all the stuff, plus it can be hooked up through Bluetooth. But it's just something, if you wanted to see it, I wanted to showcase it to you. It is full metal, that's the one cool thing. And if you just kind of miss the times of putting all your music on something like this, and then you can pass it around the crowd and everything, they can hook in or they can Bluetooth over, you don't want to give your phone to somebody. This is a better option for that kind of stuff. Or the radio too, or if you're walking and you want to listen to the radio sometimes, and also MP3s. I know you can do that on your phone. I totally understand that. It's just a device, like I said, it brings me back to the old times, and I just wanted to kind of just let you know it's available. In the box, it does come with the charging cable, a strap, and headphones as well. And talking about the box, I'll show it to you one more time here. You can see the box right there. Interesting. So it's AGP Tech, and I don't know if there's actually a model number, but I'll have a link to it in the description. Let me see if I can find a model number really quickly. Probably can't in the middle of this video, but what I'll do is I'll put a link to the description. Go ahead and check out the video description. You can see exactly where this is. And, so far so good. It's worked perfect for me. All right, the second product's going to even have a quicker overview because I've already done 2 videos on this. I'll have them linked. I'll try to show some graphics over here, but I'll have a link in the description. This is basically the next generation of that watch. This is called the Parsonover, Parsonver watch. It's the model, let me see here, LW46. I'll have a link to it in the description. They're about 55 bucks. Now, these are some of the best smartwatches, cheap smartwatches, when I say cheap, that work really well for basic functionality. So again, these are going to have multiple screens you can download. There's literally hundreds of them once you get into the software. It's going to have beats per minute for your heart rate. It's going to have sleep tracking. It's not going to be the best. It's going to have a stopwatch and stuff like that. Just basic functionality. The weather, for example, everything included. So the main reason I wanted just to showcase this new version of it is because a couple different things. For 54 bucks, what do you get? Well, this one's now capable of making calls. The other one was, the only 2 I did before was only messages. This one you can actually do calls. I'll show you a little close up there. So you can actually make calls off of this, right off the smartwatch. It's pretty cool for the money for 54 bucks. It works with iOS and it does work with Android as well. So you have to download some software, and once you do that, then it's going to give you kind of a QR code. You can either skip that by holding that down, the QR code, or you can go ahead and just, it's best to get the software on there, and then you can go ahead and make your calls. This thing's kind of cool too for 54 bucks. Not only does it come with a rubber band here, but it also comes with this kind of, it's not real leather, but it looks like a leather band. So you get 2 bands on that as well, and a charging cable. But I just wanted to showcase this one because this is the next generation of that watch. Check out those other videos. They're actually really cool videos. I highly recommend them. You know, it does basic functionality, but for someone like me that just likes to kind of rifle through technology, I get kind of infatuated with something for, you know, a couple months and then I go to the next thing. These are perfect because I don't want to spend $300, $400, $500 bucks on a smartwatch because I only use time, stopwatch. It does steps as well. Steps is important, and a whole bunch of other things. So if you just want that basic functionality and now the ability to make calls, this is the one here, Parsonover. What is it again? LW46. I'll have a link in the description. So that's it. This is all I wanted to do, a short video. I just wanted to I bought these products and I wanted just to kind of let you know they're out there. And we'll go from there. At the end of the day, you know my kind of sign off here. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.